we go. Okay, awesome. All right, you guys. Thank you for being my village this morning to remind me to make sure that I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Okay, so let's take a moment. Make sure that as you're seated, you are nice and comfortable. Please make sure that hips are higher than your knees. Also make sure that if having crossed legs is not super comfortable for the knees this morning, please feel free to just let the legs extend. All I ask is that you place a little something underneath your kneecap so that you're not hyperextending your knees. There we go, you guys. Thank you all so, so much for being here. Let your hands come to rest, palms facing up. Let your eyes gently close. And as you begin to come into your breath without any kind of shift or change, just take these first few cycles of breath to observe how your body's moving this morning, how it's feeling. Please make sure that you're taking time to fidget so that you really are comfortable. And then once you have that, take a moment to feel the quality of the breath as you inhale. Notice the sensations. Notice the movement through your spine. And then when you're ready, as you exhale, notice the quality of breath as you exhale. Notice the movement of your spine. And then again, still allowing your body to breathe you. With your next inhale, notice how it shifts through the rib cage and up through the shoulder. And as you exhale, again notice how your body shifts. So that with every cycle of breath, your body has this gentle, small movement. And just allowing your breath to breathe you, see if you can connect and follow that movement. And again, as you begin to do this, if you notice that your body wants to have movement, please allow the movement. Knowing that all you're doing is your body is just taking you into a deeper space of comfort, a deeper space of stillness. And then when you're ready, moving into the deep diaphragmatic breath. This time, as you inhale, really connect into the low belly so that rather than feeling it have to expand beyond its limits, just feel the breath sink all the way down. Feel that gentle expansion without overfilling. And then as you exhale, feel as you get all the way back down to that low belly. Very strong drawing in. So all we're doing is we're really focusing on finding that expansion and contraction through the diaphragm. So again, as you inhale, follow that image that as you feel that belly begin to expand, you're gently drawing that diaphragm down. And that as you exhale and you're getting that gentle release of the diaphragm moving back up, that as you draw in and up, you can push that diaphragm up just a little bit more. And follow this breath. If it feels comfortable for you, to include Ujjayi breath, please include Ujjayi breath. If it feels comfortable for you to pause at the top of the inhale, please pause at the top of the inhale. And simply follow your breath. And then from this deep space, take your palms, place them over the heart. We're going to now use this breath to take it into vibration and sound. We'll sing the sound of ah, then we'll sing the sound of oh, and then the sound of On your fourth silent breath, please set your intent for your practice today, something that you most need and something that you most desire. So as you're here, really allow the sensation of vibration to move through your body, letting it start at the heart and then move through. So using this deep breath, take a deep inhale. When you're ready, gently, slowly release your hands. Let them come palms facing down on top of the thighs. And with your eyes still closed, just very gently, very slowly, begin by using the center of the trunk. So from the rib cage, just draw a gentle circle starting to the left, moving over to the right, and then forward. So all you're doing is using the center of the body. It's a very small movement, but we're just asking things to begin to wake up. And after you make this movement towards the left 2 to 3 times, just gently reverse it. Now moving yourself over to the right. And as you're here making movement, still breathing, still following that breath, slow and steady, just begin to notice how your body feels as you're here. And then gently let it come back to neutral. Allow your eyes to gently, softly open. Thank you, you guys. Okay, so from here, we're just going to begin by opening into our neck a little bit, just to begin to find ourselves, since we probably haven't been up for a super long time. So what I would like you guys to do is gently begin by taking that right ear and bringing it towards that right shoulder. And just notice how you're feeling how this left side feels. And rather than focusing on the contraction through the left side, or the right side, excuse me, on the left side, I want you to feel expansion. So you're gently pressing this left side a little bit more up towards the ceiling, a diagonal, just gently working into the back of the sternocleidomastoid. I want you then to take the right hand, gently press it over the top of the head. Fingertips are moving towards the top of the left ear. And all you're doing is just allowing in this first part, allowing that additional weight of the hand. And just notice how that changes the opening. And now what we're going to do is we're going to activate these left neck muscles. So we're going to take this from a passive stretch into an isometric stretch. So all you're going to do is just very gently press that left side of your head into your right hand. So there's no movement. We're just asking the muscles to wake up and activate. So please remember that as you're here and you're doing this, the sensations should feel good. If it feels painful, if it feels overly grumpy, then please bring yourself out a little bit. What we're looking for is the sensation that cat has when it stretches first thing in the morning. You know how they get that really yummy big smile, and then gently, slowly release the pressure, bring your head up, and release your hand. And just take a moment and notice how this left side feels versus the right side. Okay? All right, when you're ready, gently bring now, slowly, this left ear over towards this left shoulder. And notice if you feel a difference between this side, this right side, and the left side. And again, on this side, rather than focus on the left side where we're bringing the ear to the shoulder, instead, see if you can bring the focus a little bit more into that right side. And I want you to feel the muscle on this right side gently open. So you're gently drawing this right side a little bit more to the right, just to increase that opening. Small movements, but they can be powerful and strong. Notice if this right shoulder wants to elevate up as well. Mine always does. And then now we're going to add just the weight of the hand. So you're going to take that left hand up and over. Fingertips are just above the ear. Following your breath, so you're still using that really yummy, deep inhale with the strong exhale. And then from here, changing this from a passive to an isometric stretch, gently press the head into that left hand. And just notice the sensation. Again, we're looking for a stretch that feels comfortable, something that you want to lean into rather than lean away from. And then gently release, bring the head up, release the hand. Okay. And take a moment and just make some very slow, gentle circles. They can be half circles or full circles, depending on what your neck range of motion suggests. And just connect in. Okay. So we haven't done this in a while, so we're going to go back and remember when we made letters with our arms? Well, we're going to do that again today. Yay! Only we're going to change it just a little bit. So first thing, I want you to inhale, arms up wide into a Y. So take a moment, feel the tops of the shoulder blades come towards your ears. Now I want you to find the bottom edge of the shoulder, the scapula, and draw it down the back. Oh, there we go. Good. Breathe here. So same full deep breath. Really focus. Oh, here I'm drawing up and in with the extension through the trunk. And exhale, palms come down. Let's bring this into a T. Here we go. I want you to find those inner edges of the shoulder blades. Squeeze those inner edges towards the spine. Oh, finding the retraction. We love it. Feels yummy. Let that release. Now we're going to gently draw into an L. So, or a scarecrow. So we're just going to let the forearms hang. Oh, there we go. So now we are taking the front of the shoulder and we're rolling it forward. Breathe. And then finally, arms come back up and we're going to make a W. So this time we are focusing on both retraction and depression. Squeeze, elbows come down. Oh, find those muscles and breathe. And let it relax. Roll those shoulder blades. Okay, you guys, here we go. So now we're going to take this and we're going to bring it a little bit into a twist. So take a deep inhale, big breath of joy. Bring the arms all the way up. Allow the palms to touch. Once the palms touch, what we're going to do is I want you to think about twisting to the left. So as you exhale, right arm comes forward, left arm comes back. Breathe. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, gently twist as you this time, left arm comes forward, right arm comes back. Breathe. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, sweep it down. Again, roll the shoulders. Okay, one more time, we're going to do our letters. Inhale, lengthen wide. Let the shoulder blades come up and then slide them down. Nice, beautiful. Everybody looks fabulous. Good. From here, turn the palms down. T. Squeeze those inner edges of the shoulder blades together. Notice if you've got one side that wants to hang out and not squeeze as much. On me, it's always my left side. It's like, it doesn't want to do it. Let it relax. Allow the shoulder, the joint, the glenohumeral joint now, we're going to let that rotate forward, making it into an L. Woo, yay. Yummy, yummy. This time we're going to go ahead and play just with our triceps because we can, right? We're going to have fun. Inhale. Exhale. Gently bring those elbows up. Oh. Wow. Breathe. Pretend like you're having a really good time and that you love doing this first thing in the morning. Good. Let it relax. Elbows come up. Let's take it into the W. And this time, exhale. Gently squeeze those inner edges of the shoulders together. Gently drop the bottom of the shoulder down. Elbows are moving back towards the center. Beautiful. Oh, wakey, wakey. Let it relax. Roll the shoulders. Okay. Here we go. Inhale, bring it up. We're going to go the other way first. So exhale, gently bring that left arm forward, right arm back. Woo, yay. Breathe. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Breathe. And inhale, bring it up. Oh, yummy. And let it come down. Woo! Roll them out. Okay. Did we heat ourselves up a little bit? Yes? And we're still sitting. How awesome is that? Yay! Go team. All right, y'all. Here we go. We're going to start with some movement today. So, bolsters, move out of the way. We're going to come on to hands and knees. So those of you that have grumpy knees, please make sure that you're adding extra padding underneath the knees so that we have happiness. Those of you that have grumpy extension through the wrist, please put something underneath the wrists to make sure that it is happy as well. So now we're just going to start to move into our hip joints, and we're going to start to put some movement together. So the first thing I want you to do is, with your cycle of breath, I want you to begin to find your cow. So allow the hips to come up. Feel that belly sink. And what I want you to do is shift your gaze about 2 to 3 feet in front of you so that you can feel the extension through the upper part of your abdominals. So again, rather than focusing on curving through the lower back, I want you to find the opening and the extension through the front. And then when you're ready, as you exhale, we're going to reverse that spine movement. So I want you to drop the hips and then gently press down into the hands. Find some protraction. So you're going to allow the shoulder blades to separate. Tuck the chin high up and into the chest. And then gently release that, coming back to neutral. So what we're going to do next is, now we're going to take the center of the body. So just like we did when we were sitting, we're going to just change the plane of gravity. And I want you to gently bring yourself into the beginnings of a cow, and then allow the rib cage to move over to the right and up, so that now we're coming into a cat. Move over to the left. So I want you to feel that opening through the rib cage on the left and sink back down to cow. And so all we're doing is we're just rotating it in a slightly different way. Little bit more from side to side. When you come back down to the cow for the second time, go ahead, reverse that, and now bring it out and up over to the left, coming across and then out and down to the right. And then one more time. And hips are moving here, and that's fine. We like hips moving. And then bring it back to neutral. Take a moment, and as long as ankles are happy, I want you just simply to curl underneath your toes here. Hands and fingers are continuing to spread wide. If ankles do not like that movement, please keep them flat and just simply begin to hinge back a little bit through the hips. So as you do this, what we're going to do is, I want you to squeeze through the glutes. This is going to be a little bit of an eccentric contraction, ECC, because we're actually stretching the muscles, but we're also still squeezing them a little bit, waking them up, and then gently come back. So very small movement. So we're going to do that again. Deep inhale right here. Slow, strong exhale. Gently begin to squeeze a little bit through the glutes as you begin to draw the hips back towards the heels. Just very small movement. Breathe. You may find a place where things start to shake a little bit, and that's fine. And then gently release that. Now, you're going to stay on your knees, but I want you to lift your ankles, and I want you to do some gentle circles. Rotating through the ankles, waking everything up. And then gently bring it back down. Okay? So from here, again, if your wrists are getting tired, please feel free to make soft fists. We're going to start with that right leg, and I want you just simply to begin by kicking it back. Finding it. Now I want you to bend into the knee and then float it out to the side. Okay? And the reason why we're bending into the knee is we're shortening the lever, which makes it a little bit easier to use. And you're squeezing a little bit through the glute as you do this. Drop the knee back down so the knee is again pointing to the floor, and then again, extend the leg. Gently, slowly lower that. I'm going to change sides so that we can do the left side now. So here we go. Left side, you're going to kick that left leg back. Good, beautiful. I want you to bend the knee so that the knee is pointing down. Now I want you to point the knee away from you. And breathe. Squeeze into the glute. Breathe. Gently bring it down. And then bring it back. Good. Now, if that was easy and you'd like to try a little bit more, we're going to do it again. Lengthen again into the left leg. Breathe. Okay, point the toe and swing the leg out. There we go, good. Breathe. Oh, squeeze through that glute. And then gently, slowly swing the leg back. Bend into the knee and bring it down. So now we're going to do the same thing on the right side. Kick the leg back. Good. As long as your body says yes, swing the toes out. Good. Squeeze into that glute. Oh, yay. Remember, if you had PT and your body's going, this is a little too much, please make sure that you're adjusting. Kick it back and bring it down. Woo, yay. Okay, here we go. Hands are spread wide. As long as your body says yes, what you're going to do is you're going to curl underneath your feet and again, press back. If that's too much, what you're going to do is you're going to practice shifting your body weight and bring the right leg forward, okay? So there's two options, and this is to make sure that everybody has something that they're working on. So if ankles really don't like that, toe curled under, which a lot of people don't, you're going to shift your body weight over to the left side, bring the right foot forward, okay? Those of you that say ankles yes, curl underneath the feet, ground deeply into the base of the palm. Take a deep inhale, and I want you just simply to lift the knees off. So now we're in squat dog. And breathe. Good. If you have the right knee forward, gently bring the right knee back. Come back, everyone, into tabletop. Breathe. Slow, deep breath. Really focus on that exhale. And then one more time. If you're curling underneath the feet, that's great. This time, if you were doing one leg forward, you're going to bring the left leg forward. So again, I want you to ground deeply into the base of the palm. Hands are spread slightly wider than shoulder width. You're going to shift the body weight so that hips are back over the heels, and then press down through the base of the palm and simply pop the knees up. Breathe here, squat dog, or you're bringing your left foot forward into a gentle lunge. Breathe. Gently release. Come back to tabletop. Beautiful, you guys. Awesome. All right, so from here, wherever you are, let the hands come up. You're coming up onto your knees. Beautiful. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So from here, we're going to start with the right leg. I want you to shift your body weight over to the left and step the right foot forward. Okay. So please make sure that you are taking care of your knees. From here, hands can stay at the hips, but what I want you to do is begin to gently allow the hips to come forward and down. Knee and ankle on that right side should stay in alignment. Breathe deeply here. And now from here, inhale. Arms come back up into a Y. So again, if it feels good, allow the shoulders to come up towards the ears, and then gently draw the shoulder blades down. Deep, full breath. Let the palms touch. We're going to start on the exhale by allowing the left arm to come forward, the right arm to come back. Breathe. Beautiful, you guys. Nice. Very nice. Awesome. Inhale, bring it up. Moving, right arm forward, left arm back. Twist, moving in the opposite direction. Breathe. Use your breath. Gently release, inhale up. Coming back to square and or forward. Hands come to the hips. Gently pull yourself out of the deeper lunge so that now torso is back upright, and lightly step the right leg back. Okay, here we go. Same thing on the left side. Shift your body weight over to the right. Bring that left foot forward. Breathe. Beautiful, you guys. Once you're here, as long as it feels safe, you can allow the hips to sink forward and down. It's a really nice way to open into not only the quadriceps, but then also the psoas. Breathe here. Deep, full breath. Inhale, allow the arms to come up to a Y. And now from here, bend into the elbows, squeeze those shoulder blades and bring them back and down into a W. And breathe. Release that. Inhale, bring the hands all the way up. This time we're going to go ahead and start with the right arm front. Exhale. Breathe. Inhale, bring it up, come back to facing forward. Exhale. Left arm forward, right arm back. Breathe. Beautiful. That's awesome. Everybody looks fabulous. Inhale, bring it up, back to center. Exhale, release the arms, let the hands come back to the hips. Gently draw the hips back so that once again, you're upright. Shift again the body weight over to the right leg and lightly step that left foot back. Yahoo. How are we doing? Okay, yay, yay. All right, so from here, you have a couple different options on how to get up. You can either come back to hands onto the mat and step up underneath the feet, or if you want to be a little spicy this morning, step one foot up and bring yourself up. Okay, I'm going to shift the camera real quick. Here we go. Alrighty. Okay, everybody, grab your chair. All right, so everybody's got their chair, right? Yes, Yahoo. Here we go. So remember when we did the letters on the floor? Now we're going to do the letters, but we're going to do it from a squat. If you've been doing PT and your quadriceps are going, not today, please do this from your chair, okay? So what I want you to do is let your hands come to your hips. So again, we're stretching through the back of the legs. We're asking the quadriceps to work, but I want you to still keep some activity through the glutes. Let them find that eccentric contraction. So from here, standing upright, what I want you to do is place your hands. You can either do the back of your hands to the low back, or you can do the palms to the low back. It really doesn't matter. What we're doing is I want you to keep it here so that you have a sensation of what's working. Please, as we go down, I want you to focus on keeping this lower abdominal area active and drawn in slightly. So when you're ready, take a deep inhale. Sorry. Language is going to take a while to change. I want you to take a strong inhale. Really be comfortable. And then as you exhale and you feel this lower abdominal begin to activate, gently begin to bend into the knees. And you're going to come down as far as you need to in the squat so that your quadriceps start to activate. If this is too much angle for your ankles, please make sure that you have a pad or a blanket underneath the base or the heel of your foot so that you are not asking too much. So from here, I want you guys just to take a moment and feel this. Notice how it feels in the low back. I want you to take a moment and push the belly out. See if you notice any difference through the low back, and then draw that belly back in. Okay, from here, inhale out, arms in a Y. Beautiful, you guys. Feel that lower edge of the shoulder blades draw down towards the belly. Breathe. Now bring your arms out to a T. Take a moment while you're here, because of course the arms did the movement, and I'm sure the shoulders were like, oh good, she forgot. So while you're here, I want you to take those inner edges of the shoulder blades and gently draw them towards each other. Oh, breathe. Feel your body shake a little bit, and that's just fine. Good, let it relax. From here, bend at the elbows. Let your body form an L. Breathe, and again, now this time, different plane of gravity. I want you to, again, take those inner edges of the shoulder blades and squeeze them a little bit towards each other. Your body may be having quite a bit of shaking here, and that's fine. Let that relax. Bring the arms back out into a Y. And now this time as you exhale, find those shoulder blades, bottoms and inner edges. Bring the elbows bending back towards a W. And then let it relax. Let the hands come back to the tops of the knees and gently, slowly, with lots of loving kindness, allow your body to do a forward fold. If you need to, you've got your chair right here. You can make this forward fold however comfortable you need to. The one thing I do ask, as long as your muscles can stand it and it feels comfortable, remember we're thinking like a cat, which is a space of yummy. You're going to keep those knees bent. So hands can come down to the floor, hands can come to the crossbar at the chair, or hands can lightly rest at the base on the seat. So it really doesn't matter where you are. This is about making it comfortable. So from here, no matter where you are, what I want you to begin to do next is very gently, you're going to squeeze into your glutes a little bit and begin to straighten into the legs ever so slightly. You're going to find a place where you can really feel all the sensation. Breathe deeply. And then I want you to let it release. Let your hands come to the seat of the chair, and then from here, either roll up one vertebrae at a time or come up with a flat back, but wherever you are, I want you to squeeze strongly through the glutes this time to bring yourself all the way up. Beautiful. Awesome, you guys. All right, we're going to take a quick, now for something completely different. Grabbing your chair. I want you to sit down, okay? This also works if you have a bed or a couch rather than a chair. So please use what you got, okay? What you're going to do is take this right leg and I want you to bring it across. All right, so notice what I did. I'm not flailing it around and picking it up behind the knee. I'm taking my hand at the ankle and I'm gently bringing it across. Okay, if this is too much torque through the kneecap, please interlace the fingers underneath. Okay, so please take what feels best. From here, very gentle movement. All you're going to do is begin to hinge through your hips. Slowly, gently breathe. And again, you're looking for that sensation that feels tremendously yummy. You're working from the edge of the seat, so you're not all the way back by the back of the chair. All you're doing is just giving yourself some foundation from which to work. Breathe gently. Breathe slowly. Just finding the sensation, making sure that it's staying in the place where the stretch feels good, where it's something that you want to lean into rather than away from. So from here, if you've got some space in between you and the leg, okay, what I want you to do is you can change this now and bring this into a little bit of a twist. So you're going to take that left hand. I'm waving at you now with my left hand. Turn the palm up. You're going to slide it across so that the forearm rests on the top of that right thigh. And you're just very gently shifting your gaze over towards the right. And just notice how that feels. And you're still breathing in the invitation to open. Having fun. So your torso could be at like a 45-degree angle if that's not too much. It can also be more upright. So this is really about finding that good place for you. So it's really important, you guys, that no matter what we're doing, that you fidget this to make it really comfy for your own body. And then very gently, very slowly unwind. And now just simply hinge yourself forward a little bit more again and observe if you notice a difference. And then very gently, very slowly, inhale, bring it up. I want you to take your hands. One hand is going to come underneath the right knee. One hand is going to come underneath the ankle and gently bring it back down. And then let the legs do a little weeble wobble. Good. Okay, so now we're going to repeat this with the left. So again, hands come up, let them be the assist. One hand at the knee, one hand right above the ankle, bring it across. Take a moment before you do anything and observe if the sensation on this side feels different than the other side, okay? So from here, gently, slowly as you exhale, begin to find that beautiful space of opening, that space that you want to lean into because it feels so good. Imagine that you're smiling the way a cat smiles as it stretches in the morning. I love watching our kitties stretch because it's a full body experience. So allow this to be that same full body experience. Again, making sure that you're not placing too much torque or shear on the knee. So if it's at all feeling uncomfortable, please hold onto it with your hands to make sure that it's feeling safe. And you're still using that deep, subtle, beautiful breath. So from here, if your body chooses that it would like to do something a little bit more, waving at you now with my right hand, you're going to turn that palm facing up, bring it across, and gently bring yourself into the twist. And just observe. Again, making sure that this is not too much for your system. Breathe. Find that loving kindness within your body. Take a moment to observe where you're feeling this on this side, because it may be different than when we twisted to the right. We hold different movement patterns between the two sides of our body. So a lot of times when we do postures, that's why we have one side that feels it's a little bit more willing than the other. It's just the patterns that we have built up over time. And now we're just working to equalize them, right? Yoga means to bring together, to join. And breathe. And then very gently, very slowly unwind. And then one more time, as long as your body says yes, gently bring yourself back forward, gently hinging over the leg. And then very gently, very slowly release that, bringing yourself back up. Again, one hand underneath the knee, one hand underneath the ankle, and bring it back down. Open it back up. Beautiful, you guys. Okay, so here we go. One of the things I had wanted us to practice today was variations of plank. And since we have our chairs handy and we're right here, we can do this. So the first thing that we're going to do is Purvottanasana, which is reverse plank. I'm going to turn my chair to the side just so that you guys can see. You can do this with a lot of variations. So you have to promise me that you are going to take the variation that feels safest for you. So what we're going to do with this is notice that I have my sits bones very, very much right on the edge. And yes, you can do it with a ball. God love you. It's going to be fun. All right. You're going to take your hands to the side. And what I want you to do is notice that I'm kind of toe walking my legs and a little bit more towards straight. Okay. So the first part of this, and this is all based on what feels best for your body. The first part of this is right here. Don't do any more than that. So all you're going to do is feel the inner edges of the shoulders work towards each other while you're still here on the edge of the chair. If your body says yes, and you feel like you can do a little bit more, you're going to go ahead and lift your hips up. This is the next step. If that's too much, all you do is come back down and the hips are right there, sits bones are right there, chair is right there. If your body says yes, you can toe walk your legs out a little bit more, lift the hips, and lengthen yourself into a straight line going backwards. Squeeze those inner edges of the shoulder blades together. Really make the back work. And breathe. We're going to take 2 more cycles of breath right here. One more breath. And then to come out, you're going to walk the legs back, sit bones back down onto the chair, and roll those shoulders. Woo! Okay. All right. Now we're going to do the exact opposite of that also with the chair. We're going to bring ourselves into full plank. So now we're going to work our trunk muscles a little bit. So we're going to step up. We're going to turn around to face the chair. Hands are going to come to either side of the seat. Okay. Please remember, if this is too much, always come down to the knees. You can always do this from the knees. All right. So to take plank on the chair, hands are grounded onto the seat of the chair, and you simply begin to walk your feet back. Allow this time the hips to come down a little bit so that again, you are making a straight line. Gentle squeeze through the glutes, but more strongly engage through the core. Press down through the hands so that you can feel. And not only do you press down through the hands, but I also want you to feel the shoulder blades draw down towards the waist. So what we're doing here is I am working, hopefully, so that you can get a feeling of your serratus anterior actually activating along with your core and your pec major. And breathe. And we'll take 2 cycles of breath right here. Head and neck are long. Beautiful, you guys. Everybody looks fabulous. Good. And now gently, slowly walk the feet in. And when you're ready, squeeze through the core. Squeeze through the glutes. Gently bring yourself upright. Good. Back into extension. Beautiful, you guys. All right, so here we go. Now, this is the fun one. We're gonna go ahead and do side plank, Fascisthasana. If this is too much, because you're gonna place your body weight on your hand, then what I want you to do is I want you to do this from a kneeling position, okay? And you're gonna bring yourself away and extend, all right? It'll be a little bit different than if you're doing it from standing, but I want you guys to make sure that you are comfortable. So what's gonna happen is that you are gonna place one hand in the center towards the edge of the seat, but the hand will be in the center, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your legs and you are going to walk them away from the chair. And then you're gonna bring yourself into a straight line. There you go, good, beautiful. Everybody looks fabulous. So you've got one straight line. If your body says yes, then you can bring that opposite arm up. Look at you go. I'm so impressed, you guys, you look fabulous. Way to go, way to go, way to go. Yay. All right, arm comes down. Top foot steps forward. Bottom foot steps in, okay? Now we get to do that one on the other side. So here we go, opposite hand, now comes down. Again, it's towards the front of the chair, but the hand is in the middle, okay? You're going to either bend through the knees and do this from here, or you're going to walk your legs out, drop into the hips so that you form a straight line, breathe. When you're ready, inhale, lengthen that other arm up. Woo, yes, very nice. Very nice. Check in and make sure you're breathing, please. And then gently, slowly, top leg steps in front. Good. Arm comes down. Oh, that was awesome, you guys. Everybody did great. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yay! Okay, please give yourself a round of applause because that was awesome. You guys did great. I'm so proud. That's awesome, awesome. How are we doing? Are we still breathing? Everybody breathing? Everybody feels good? Okay. We're gonna do a little bit of a back bend before we come into a twist. So if we're gonna do this from the knees, so I want you guys to make sure that you are comfortable. Again, we're gonna use our chair. What you're gonna do is, I want you to slide your legs back. Hands are going to come to the front of the seat, okay? And the nice thing about the chairs is that they tell you right away where you are hip distance apart. So find a place that's comfortable for you right here. You can do this with the ball. Okay, hands are gonna come to the base, and it's super easy. Actually, what you're gonna do is rather than sit on the ball, come to the front of the ball. There you go, and come onto your knees. Perfect. There you go. Beautiful, you got it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. There you go, good. And now put your hands on the ball. There you go. Does it feel comfortable? Okay. Yes, awesome. All right, so here we go. All this shoulder work we've been doing, this is going to initiate the back bend. So all you do is take those shoulder blades, find those inner edges, squeeze them together, squeeze them down a little bit, elbows can bend. Feel that open through the sternum and the heart. You can shift your gaze up towards the ceiling, and if it feels comfortable, and only if it feels comfortable, squeeze strongly through the glutes and allow the hips to come forward. And breathe. There we go. Ustrasana, camel. And then gently, slowly, allow that to release. Roll the shoulders. Okay, you guys, that is lovely. Are we ready? We're gonna go ahead and come back down to seated. So you can bring your chair, just take it out of the way a little bit. Okay, so again, if you're seated, if you need it, please use your zafu or your cushion or your blankets to make sure that the hips are higher than the knees. What we're going to do is we're going to start with, oh, my blocks are in the way. Didn't realize that. One moment, please. There we go. Okay. Hang on one sec. Sorry. All these different cameras. There we go. Much better. Okay, now I can see you all. Much better. All right, so from here, you guys, here's what I want you to do. We've got lots of space through the hips, okay? So what you're gonna do with the legs wide, okay, so it's as if legs are in Upavista Konasana. You're gonna start with the right hip, and I want you to allow the right hip to come forward a little bit and allow the left hip to come back, all right? So what we're doing is we're setting ourselves at a little bit of an angle rather than square. The reason being is that since it is the spinal column that stays connected, I want you to practice using the muscles, not the spine, okay? So it's really important because the lower lumbar spine, not really set up to do twists. Muscles around the trunk are definitely set up to do twists, okay? So here's what I want you to do. I want you, before we move at all, this left side that's back a little bit, I want you to find those abdominals that wrap around. Okay, these would be the obliques, and I want you to squeeze on the left side. So you're actually going to pull your body down a little bit to the left. I want you to find that on that left side, okay? Because that's what we're going to be squeezing with. Right, our left hand is going to be behind, okay? So it's comfortable. Inhale, lengthen that right arm up. And as you exhale, begin to squeeze through the left and just gently twist. When you've gone as far as you can, allow that right hand to come down. Now, what is set up very well to continue the twist, believe it or not, is the rib cage. But you need to do it with support. So make sure that that left side of your abdominals is really squeezing. It's really active. And as you squeeze, notice that it frees up that right side to take you into the twist. Shoulders are level. And the very last, the twists are the head and the neck. Let them follow around. But squeeze through that left side of your trunk. And breathe. Really focus on the exhale. And then gently, slowly begin to unwind. And you start by unwinding, loosening the trunk, unwinding the head and neck. And then inhale, float that right arm up and bring it all the way back so that you're again front. Beautiful, you guys. Okay. Take a moment, restructure the hips. Deep, full breath right here. Allow the hands to come forward. Remember, you're on your bolsters, whatever you need. And then just very gently, very slowly, you're hinging all the way down here through the hips. The arms are not coming forward because what I want you to do right here is squeeze so that the hands come back on top of the knees so that you can access it. I want you to take those inner edges of the shoulder blades and I want you to squeeze those shoulders together. And breathe. And then gently, slowly let it release. Now, hands are still on top of the knees. Now what I want you to do is gently roll all the way back into that spine and tuck the chin towards the chest. And then gently, slowly come back up. Neutral. Okay, so now we're going to allow the left side to come forward a little bit. Ease that right side back. Okay. Before we make any movement, I now want you to check in with your right side of your abdominals. So I want you to take a moment and see if you can access this right side. and squeeze. And you may pull yourself down a little bit, but I want you to really find, that right side and squeeze. And then let it relax. And know that we usually have one side, again, like everything else, where it's easier to connect into. So this is why we practice, you guys. That's why this is not yoga perfection. This is yoga practice. Go team. All right, so from here, this time, right hand is going to be behind, creating support. Inhale, lengthen up into that left arm. Exhale, begin by squeezing into that right side and allow the activation through the abdominals to pull and bring the twist in. When you've gone as far as is comfortable, allow that left hand to come down. Take a moment, find yourself right here. Make sure that the shoulders are grounded and parallel. Keep squeezing into that right side. If your body wants to continue the twist, allow it to continue to twist through the rib cage and then finally through the head and neck. And this is not, again, about how deep you can go. Please make sure that you're using this from the space of what's comfortable. Create the muscle tension, which creates the support for the spine and the twist, right? Muscles pull. Make them work. To gently, slowly begin to unwind. Allow those right abdominals to begin to relax. Allow the rib cage to relax, head and neck relax. Coming back. Inhale, lengthen into that left arm and gently unwind. Beautiful, you guys. Okay, allow the torso to, again, and pelvis to face forward. Hinge again through the hips. You can let your hands come to the front, but again, breathe. This is simply about the trunk. You are not trying to reach forward through the upper torso. From here, bring your arms out into T with the palms open. We're going to make a W. So exhale, take those inner edges, lower edges of the shoulders, bend into those elbows and breathe. And then gently, slowly release, relax. Hands can come to the top of the knees, curl the torso back. Let the shoulders roll. Okay, you guys. Last part, let the hands come out. Wave your right hand. I want you to wrap the right arm underneath the left, and I want you to take your hands as far back around your shoulders as you can and give yourself a big hug. Breathe, deep breath, letting it go. One more time. Lovely, you guys. Gently unwind, inhale out. Wave your left hand. Left arm is going to come underneath your right. And again, wrap your arms. Torso is long. Body is relaxed. Oh, everybody looks great. And then gently, slowly unwind. Okay, you guys, guess what? We get to come down to the mat. Go team. All right, make sure that you've got everything close by for your final relaxation. We're going to do just a few more things on the floor. So gently work your way back. Slowly, 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 slowly. Okay. All right, take a moment right here with the knees bent. Let your arms come down by the side. And just enjoy. Feel the support of the floor. Okay. As long as your body says yes, you are going to allow this left leg to gently lengthen down. Okay. If that's too much, please put some type of bolster underneath the knee to make sure that that low back, that lower spine feels comfortable. The right leg, I want you to gently draw up. You're either going to interlace the fingers behind the knee if knee flexion is an issue, or you're going to go ahead and interlace the fingers just below the kneecap. And just very gently working with your breath, allow the knee to move towards the shoulder. Okay, from here, I want you to take this left hand and bring it over the outside edge of the knee. Working to keep the back of the pelvis grounded, you're going to very gently, slowly draw this right knee over towards the left. So what you're looking for is a gentle stretch in through the top of the thigh and up and into the hip. Okay? And when you find that place where you can feel the opening, just pause right there. Breathe. Again, making sure that the focus is on the exhale. All right, now we're going to turn this into an isometric stretch. Right now, it's a passive stretch. So if your body says it's going to need a little bit extra help, I want you to take this right hand and place it on top of the left hand. What you're going to do next is I want you to squeeze strongly into that right glute and press that right knee into the hands. So nothing is moving. There's no joint movement. That's what makes this an isometric stretch. However, you are active. You may have a little shake going on, and that's fine. Keep breathing, please. Please do not hold your breath. And then gently, slowly let it relax, soften. Again, hands are either going to interlace below the knee or behind the knee, depending on what your body says it needs. And then gently allow it to rotate out one more time. And again, gently draw the knee towards the shoulder and breathe. Beautiful. Everybody looks great. Good. Gently, slowly release, allowing the leg to float all the way down. Take a moment and allow the right side to relax next to the left side. See if you observe a difference between the two sides. And then gently bend into that left leg. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. So again, depending on knee flexion, hand is either going to come behind the knee or just up below. And this first time, all you're doing is just gently drawing that left knee towards the shoulder a little bit. Again, you're in a space that feels good. You're in a space that feels welcoming. You're in that space of stretch where your body hums and says, more please. You're continuing to breathe, focusing on that strong, long exhale. And then from here, you're going to go ahead and allow that right hand to come to the outside of the left knee. And very slowly, making sure that both sides of the pelvis on the back stay as grounded as possible. You're going to gently bring the left leg over towards the right. And on this side, when you find that space where that opening, you can feel it and it feels delicious, that's where you'll stop. Breathe here, allowing your body to soften into the pose. And now we're going to go ahead and move this into an isometric stretch. So again, if you need a little bit of extra assist, allow that left hand to come on top of the right. This time I want you to squeeze strongly through that left glute, moving into the left thigh, gently press the knee into the hand. So again, there's no joint movement, which is what makes this an isometric stretch, but muscles are engaged. You're activating them, you're asking them to work. If you get some muscle shaking here, that's great. What you're doing is you're actually working at a neuromuscular level. You're reconnecting the brain and the smallest muscle units so that they can generate force, which is awesome. That's what makes a strong, healthy muscle. Let it relax. Pause. And then when you're ready, interlace one more time behind the knee or just below. Roll that leg and the knee again towards the shoulder. And breathe. And then when you're ready, gently, 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 let that leg release. Allow it to float down next to the right leg. Take that beautiful breath. Feel the difference in your body. And go ahead and prepare yourself for your final relaxation. So if it's bolsters underneath the knees, please use those. If it's blankets over the chest, please use those. If it's eye bags, please use those. Take whatever feels best for you so that you can sink into this deliciousness that we've spent the last 75 minutes working towards. Place of letting go, of feeling safe, and feeling support. As you bring yourself into your final relaxation, take a moment to observe and notice the differences in your body now versus when you first came onto your mat this morning. Take a moment to thank your body for your breath. And then gently ease your way back to allowing your body to breathe you. Very gently very slowly begin to find your way back into your body. Reawaken fingers, toes, hands, and feet, allowing them to make whatever movements feel best for you. And then use that awareness to come all the way back to the center of the body and into the breath. And again, take a conscious breath. Feel the inhale through the nose. Feel the exhale through the nose, filling your body with fresh oxygen. Then use your breath to bring your arms up over your head to stretch and lengthen. Fingertips to toes, bones to skin. And then gently, when you're ready, draw your knees high into your chest. Wrap your arms round. Give yourself that gentle hug. Then when you're ready, gently press yourself up into a seated position one more time. Let your hands come to prayer, thumbs at the heart point on your sternum. When you're ready. You guys, thank you all so profoundly much for being here. I'm so grateful to get to be part of your practice. I honor the divine in you that is the divine in me, that is the divine in all of us. Namaste, and may the blessings be. Turn this off.